actually have to take the device they give you, rip it out of its box, connect it to some PC, image it with software to configure it. It's a big pain. But now with the device enrollment program, you can actually get your iPad or iPhone in its original shrink wrap box. And when you open it up, it'll automatically configure itself for your enterprise, setting up all of your mail and getting your mail messages, automatically setting up your calendar, and even downloading all your enterprise apps. It's that simple. Well, now in iOS 8, we continue our focus on security, productivity, and management. iOS 8 has expanded data protection, so you get passcode protection of all the major data types, including third-party apps. We have per-message SMIME, and we have a great productivity feature I think we're all going to like called VIP Threads. So now, if there's a thread you're on or a message you send and you want to get notified on the lock screen whenever there's a reply on that thread, you can get that with just a tap. Now we also have automatic reply for Exchange, for out of office, free busy information in Calendar, and we support third-party enterprise document providers in addition to iCloud, integrated right into iCloud-capable applications. Now we also improve our management. Yes, the enterprise guy back there. So we also extend our management to include managed books and PDFs, and this is, of course, especially valuable for education. So those are just a few features for enterprise. Now, something that we all care a lot about, health. Woo. So developers have created a vast array of healthcare devices and accompanying applications. Everything from monitoring your activity level, to your heart rate, to your weight, and chronic medical conditions like high blood pressure and diabetes. But up to now, the information gathered by those applications lives in silos. You can't get a single comprehensive picture of your health situation. But now you can with HealthKit. HealthKit provides a single place that applications can contribute to a composite profile of your activity and health. And HealthKit comes with a corresponding application, Health. And with Health, you can monitor all of your metrics that you're most interested in your activity. But not just that, you can use third-party applications. Now, we carefully protect your privacy, so you have total control over which applications have access to which part of your healthcare information. But you can, for instance, provide different activity, weight, heart rate information to the Nike app. And Nike's working to integrate HealthKit, so they use that information to help you in your pursuit of your personalized fitness goals. Now, we're also working with the Mayo Clinic, innovators in healthcare. And with their integration with HealthKit, they're going to be able that when a patient takes, let's say, a blood pressure reading, HealthKit automatically notifies their app, and their app is automatically able to check whether that reading is within that patient's personalized healthcare parameters and thresholds. And if not, it can contact the hospital proactively, notify a doctor, and that doctor can reach back to that patient, providing more timely care. Now, we think this is going to be really important for healthcare, and the CEO of the Mayo Clinic agrees. He says that we believe Apple's HealthKit will revolutionize the health industry, how the health industry interacts with people. We're proud to be at the forefront of this innovative technology with the Mayo Clinic app. We agree. Now, we're also working with leaders in healthcare applications like Epic Systems. Now, they provide the technology that enables hospitals serving over 100 million Americans. And so now with their integration with HealthKit, patients at these leading institutions will be able to get closer in sharing their information with their doctors. And that is health. Next up, family sharing. It's the easy way to share what's important. Now, when I was a kid, the refrigerator was the center of family sharing. Our refrigerator looked just like this, except the kid had gray hair. But we've now in iOS made it that easy to set up your family on their iOS devices. And once you've set up your family as a family unit, you automatically get to share photos with a shared photo stream, to share calendars with your family, to share a shared reminder list, and to automatically configure things like, with permission, find my friends, and find your kids' devices, which is something I do about every other day. It's really handy. Now, of course, we're also used to, in the home, sharing physical media. But increasingly, our media is in the form of songs from iTunes, movies, books, and apps. Well, now, with family sharing, you can get at not just your purchases, but the purchases of all the members of your family. You just click right through and download. And this is for up to 6 family members who all share the same credit card. And it works great for kids as well. And not just because they can make purchases on your credit card, but in fact, because when they do make a purchase, they get prompted to ask you for permission. And you automatically get messaged on your device. And that's family sharing. Next, photos. We all take a lot of photos, increasingly with our iPhones, and we share them with whatever device we have handy. Well, now, we're bringing together photos with iCloud so that every photo you take are available to you on all of your devices. We're not only preserving the common organization and edits you do to all of your photos for your consistent iCloud photo library, but your device actually has access to more photos in the cloud than it can physically store locally, so you can get at them all, wherever you are. Now, of course, if you have this many photos, you want great search. And so we now in iOS 8 Photos, we give you great search suggestions, for instance, of locations, photos taken near where you are right now, photos taken a year ago today, photos taken in your home, but we also give you search. And so that search lets you match on things like location, time, and also on albums that you've set up. Now, we also help you perfect your photos with great new smart editing controls. So we have special smart controls for light and color, and also for things like auto straightening and cropping. I'd like to give you a demo of our new Photos app now. All right, let's take a look at Photos. So here I am in my large cloud photo collection, and I have great search here. So I have all my suggestions, but I can also start typing. And you notice I get matches on location and time period, but also on album. So here I have Beach Day with Mandy. I can tap right in there, look through these nice photos. Let's take a look. Those are some good ones. Now, that's a photo that I think has potential, but it's really quite dark and kind of washed out. But fortunately, we have these great smart editing controls that I can use to fix it up. So I'm going to bring up our levels, and you notice I have levels for light and color down there at the bottom. I'm going to tap on light, and I get this great smart light meter. Now I can just drag this across like this, and it lightens up the photo really nicely. So I can dial that in just the way I want. But what's happening under the hood is really amazing. You notice that to achieve the lightening effect, it brought brightness and contrast up, exposure and highlights down, and shadows up based on detailed image analysis of what would achieve that effect. Now I could go in and I could manually try to tweak those parameters. I have that level of control, but I don't need to because it does such a great job. Now I also have that control for color. So I can just drive up the color, for instance, bring out the sky and the skin tones. And now look at the difference of what we've been able to achieve before, after. It's really awesome. Now what's really great is that my edits, of course, immediately went up to my cloud photo library, and so they're available to all my devices. So let's take a look at my iPad. So here's my iPad. Now I'm going to go into my favorites album, and we notice that right now in favorites, I don't have that picture because I didn't favorite it. But now that I've made those nice edits, the picture's looking great. I think I'll make it one of my favorites. I'll just tap on my iPhone on the little heart, and you notice that it appears automatically here on my iPad. So I can go into that photo right here. Now we have those same editing controls tailored for iPad. So I'm going to go in to do a crop, and do a kind of extreme close-up crop here like this. Hit done. And of course, these changes are going to go up live to my iCloud photo library, and they go right across to my phone. So of course, you may be wondering, what about the Mac? Well, good news, we are working on a new grounds-up photo solution for the Mac, built with iCloud in mind. Now, it's going to be shipping early next year, but I'd like to give you a sneak peek now. All right. So let's take a look at photos on the Mac. So you see, I get beautiful, buttery scrolling here. I have my moments right here. I can pinch out, if I want, from moments to collections and all the way out to years. I can scrub through my photos like this, even in year view. And if I find a photo I like, just let go, and I've zoomed right in. You watch as I magnify this photo, the interplay with the title bar. It's really gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and browse through these a little bit. Now here's a photo that looks really like it's got some potential, but it could use some brightening up. It can have these same kinds of adjustments. You notice here, I have these light and color meters where I can disclose these controls so we can watch what happens in real time as I make the lighting adjustment. And notice how some of these are going up and some are going down to create this effect. It's really great. I can do the same with color. Let's just boost the color. Bring out the sky, bring out the skin tones. And it's that easy, the new Photos app, to really create beautiful images. And that's a quick preview of photos coming to Yosemite in the future and to the new photo solution with iCloud Photo Library coming with iOS 8. Woo! So now in iOS 8, you get all your photos in your organization across your iOS devices, and soon with your Mac and via the web, Windows as well. Now this is all your photos and also your videos. And these are in their original format and their full resolution. Now this uses your iCloud storage, so your first 5 gigs are free. And we have some great new affordable plans coming where you get 20 gigs for just 99 cents a month and 200 gigs for $3.99. So we can all afford to get all our photos safely up in the cloud. That is Photos. So we have a great set of major features coming to iOS. But of course, there's always a whole lot more than I have time to talk about here. I do want to hit on just 2 more quickly, and one is Siri. Now, we have, if you take your phone and you plug it in, for instance, in the car, you can say, "Hey Siri," and start talking to Siri without having to even touch your phone. And we have song recognition with Shazam. So now, if you just start up Siri and there's a song playing around you, it'll tell you what it is, and you can even purchase it right there from within Siri. Siri also now supports streaming voice recognition. So as you talk, you can see what it's recognizing. It's more responsive than ever. And we have support for 22 new dictation languages. Finally, in China, we now have greatly improved maps with vector-based maps and turn-by-turn directions. We also have support for a lunar calendar, which is great for holidays and birthdays, improved Chinese predictive input, and improved weather data. So that is a look. Thank you. So that's a look at the consumer part of iOS 8.